wonder if I should turn this mic up? Like this. Maybe like this. This is... Hello? Okay. I can see it's starting to peak my little audio input thing. So that's good. Let's turn on all the other requisite stream stuff as well. I totally forgot. Run the face tracker. Break my neck. Alright. We're back. And then we'll also start Friendly Potato Stream, which is recompiled using the reduced release template, hopefully. Huh. That's weird. Hold on. Need to do this every single time, apparently. So let's go to Twitch OAuth token generator. It's weird. It only lasts for pretty much no time at all, really. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I feel like I do need to automate this, but it's hard to automate this. Please authorize so I can turn it on. Alright, so let's open up this. Drag this over here so I don't accidentally leak my client's secrets. We'll go to dev, friendly potato stream, export, potato config. This token only lasts for 24 hours, huh? Don't think that's visible. Alright, so save data loaded. Should be good. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna need to think of a better way of doing the OAuth token. So I'll need to look into that separately. That's tough though. That's tough. It's tough. Since it doesn't look like there's a way to do this programmatically, and there doesn't appear to be a way to adjust the whatevers. Or actually, no. Hold on. Oh. I can just hit this API with the refresh token. So I'll need to pass in the refresh token, hit this API presumably with a post, and then it'll hopefully reply back with just the new token, and I don't need to click through anything in an actual URL. Otherwise, this is going to be extraordinarily difficult, but doable. For sure. Anyways, this is the wrong one. Let's open up OpenCFace GD. We're nearing completion, I think. Right, so this is where we are at right now. Oh, this is completely the wrong project. What the heck? This is Mangadex. I'm writing a kind of Mangadex plugin for Godot, so it's completely self-contained, so it runs as either a kind of an editor plugin, which I think is amusing, or you can run it just inside of your game, right? So you just slap it into an internal viewports. Maybe not even slap it into an internal viewport, maybe you just have it be a screen you can go to. I think that would be cool. that's kind of the driving force behind a lot of my decisions, actually, is that I thought it'd be cool, so I did it. Probably not the best idea. Not the best use of resources. Oh geez, I did turn on my stream monitor to see how loud I am. Maybe I should just, if I get closer to the mic, I'm a lot closer. So I fade out. I fade out really. I fade out really quickly. It's weird. So like it's just like a one. It's basically like, do I lean in farther or do I like adjust my mic to be slightly closer? Yeah, I feel like with this mic you have to kind of eat it. Unfortunately, not a huge fan of eating the mic, but only when I'm singing do I guess feel okay about eating the mic. What if I just turn this up? Like this. I'll turn it up on the stream side. Yeah, that's probably fine. Anyways, this is where we're at. So we can try this. Save scene. Kind of a really ugly assortment of labels, but let's ignore that for now. We can add a custom prop, right? Go to users, this one. Oh, actually, this is gonna break as soon as I load in anything. Yeah, well, not whenever I click this button, it's gonna break. Ooh. Yeah, so the problem here is that there's kind of a mismatch between this instance props field and this instance props field, which is actually referring to the config. So there's two separate places where I'm storing instanced props. So there's the kind of like the not serialized, the marshaled prop data stuff. So it's turned into a JSON file. We're all good from there. And then here, let's actually go here, question mark. Go here. This one. Which is kind of the problem. Actually, this should be prop data, and then the prop data will have a prop associated with it. And then I think I have a few too many things open. So JSON util, we probably need that. Base prop. I think we want to attach this script to everything that we generate. Right. So I think I need to load in this script. Yeah. How did I do this before, by the way? Screen, GUI, features. Alright, so did I... Oh yeah, so it's just the path, right? And then when you create a new prop, I load in the scripts just like right there. So where is it? Where is it? Create prop, right? So you have some sort of prop, if prop, blah blah. This is not quite right. Set scripts. Oh, we load it like that. Okay, so we just load it like that. Okay. That's fine. Let's do that. Entities, base prop. So it's just the scripts, and we load it in at runtime because there's no way for us to know what it is. Oh no. I have several fields. I don't remember. Is props ever? Oh my god. Props is written too. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Alright, so we're fine. We can take out the... I need to think. I feel like instanced props. We don't need instanced props, we just need props. Right? I'm thinking, so... And then also with this, we also still run into a naming issue whenever we create a new prop. So I need to think about that as well. Right, because inside of each prop data, so you just have prop toggle, prop path, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, I think we need to have like an internal prop name, and that's how we'll kind of differentiate them. So we won't rely on renaming the prop itself. Yeah. So we need to have prop name. Oh, where? Prop toggle element. Okay, that's fine. So string. So we must always have a prop name associated. And let's not forget to do this, by the way. So we do need to just have this script here. Instanced props. I think this should be string to prop data. Right, instance props. Let's just get rid of it and see what breaks, because there should be some breakage. Const prop base prop path prop script path, which is going to be one of these, and then no errors question mark. Oh, was I not using that one at all? Oh, that's good. Okay, so where is create prop called from? It's called here. And then we need to do, we'll do prop set script load prop script path, right? So that'll attach a kind of a handler script here. And all that script does is it returns the prop path, parent prop transform, and then the child prop transform. Is that what I'm serializing them as, by the way, in prop data? Parent transform. Okay, so let's change these. I might not even need this script now I'm thinking about it. Oh no, we do need it because we still need to store the offsets whenever we... What is this offset used for, actually? Load from dictionary. I don't know. This one needs to be result prop name is equal to prop name. That's pretty simple. And then we'll also do a load from dic here. So if not dictionary has prop name, then we'll do basically just an error message. Invalid prop data. No prop name. So it is possible for me to wrap this in a function. So I don't have to basically retype the same thing 3 times, but what's the point in that? Prop name is equal to dictionary prop name. Look at that. Here we need to do several things. We need to check to see. We need to check to see this thing here, which is, say, props. Right, so we need to, props stores a string name to a prop data. However, we don't want to overwrite a prop if it's already there. Otherwise, we'll have an orphan node at some point, which I think that's probably what's causing a lot of bugs in the the current version with props. So we'll do if, let's do prop name is equal to is equal to thinking prop dot name, right? And then we can have var final prop name, which is right now just equal to prop name. So let's make this a string. So prop name and then final prop name, like so. And then let's write myself a note because I know I'm going to forget. 100% I'm going to forget. What if we do... What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to set distinct prop name so we don't accidentally override existing props. Yeah, okay. So prop name is equal to that, the initial whatever this result is, that's what it is. And then we'll do just hit it with a while true. Oh no, while not props. Wait. No. Hold on. Wait. While not... there is a good way to do a while loop here. I just need to find it. While not props has final prop name. Is that right? So while true will run until it's false. So while condition is true, and so if props, wait, no, while props has final prop name. Yeah, this is correct. So while this is true, so we don't want props to have this name inside of it, right? So then we'll do final prop name is equal to a little string templating. Oh, actually, hold on. Var counter. Var counter. It's beautiful. I've never seen anything so beautiful in my life. How do you do a string format? String format int. Sure, integer. Yeah. I don't know. Give me the Microsoft doc. Everyone pretty much does the same thing. Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. D. Sounds about right. Oracle, Java documentation. Okay, so it is pretty much going to be %s%d. And then we'll do prop name and then counter. And then counter plus equals 1. So that's what we're doing here, is we'll take the prop name, and then if it exists inside of this props dictionary all the way up here, where this dictionary will be a prop name, which is a string, to a prop data, where a prop data stores all of this kind of stuff. And then we'll also store the prop name inside of the prop data as well, so that we can read from a file and restore our state. Yeah, so while this has the name, and the name is the final prop name is initially a prop name. So if it doesn't have it, then we just skip it, which is nice. Yeah, wait, this isn't a do while, right? Like, I don't want it to run at all. I just don't remember if it will run. Anyways, we just take the initial prop name and then concatenate a number that counts up, so that we will always have a distinct prop up until whatever the int max is in Godot. Which is, you'll probably run out of regular memory before you hit that. Which is fine. So we go to prop data, prop name is equal to final prop name. And then props needs to do, okay, so current model config instanced props. Prop data get as dictionary. So we store that inside of our configuration manager, and then we should also do props final prop name is equal to prop data. So this is the kind of serialized data structure. This is the marshaled one, the unserialized. Wait, am I using that word right? What is serialized? Serialized versus deserialized. To a byte stream. Oh, this is the deserialized. This is the deserialized object. This is the, actually no. This isn't bytes. It's just the object. So this is the deserialized object. This is the marshaled object, where the marshal object is a dictionary, aka will be stored as a JSON file on disk. And we'll pop up Q3. The initial prop gets added. Okay, looks good to me. Signal broadcaster get out of here. Pretty much all of these can get out of here. Let's open up list. We can just open up list element here. And so here on load prop information, we want to do, actually we don't want to do this. So this is a dictionary, but I don't think, is this what we want to do? Or do we want to use prop? So this is the, hold on. I think I forgot to do something. I did forget to do something. It's this part. So this needs to be final prop name. Look at that. It's so much nicer now. And then this one is, wait a minute. Oh, well, okay. No, this is fine, right? Because we still have the toggle. And then we can grab this. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. This one. We'll grab this. I think this makes a bit more sense to put somewhere near the top. So we'll do var prop name. Some sort of string is equal to this very long sequence of commands. Hit it with one of these. So final prop name is equal to our prop name all the way at the top. And then we can simplify this logic so we're not duplicating anything. So the name is always going to be the prop name. Ooh, you know what? You know what? That's actually another source of the bugs. Okay, hold on. So the toggle, if we set the toggle to be just the prop name, and then we have two of the same type of props, then the system won't know which prop to display. Or it'll always display the newest one, I should say. So that's kind of a problem. A problem, if you will. Anyways. This is our prop. We call deferred add child. Then we send a signal, and then this is presumably added on the next frame. So that's fine. And then for everything else, we're using the final prop name. Okay. Then this one. What am I using data for? Data name. How are these all stored as prop data? Is prop... I don't think that's actually correct. Right. Get as dictionary. This should be... Data. Yeah, that should be prop name. And load prop information. So this toggle will emit this name, and then here I think we should actually pull from parent props like that. And so we're accessing just like the object instead of the dictionary. Props. So we'll grab this, boom, 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 and then this will be called data dot prop name, right? And that's no longer a dictionary. This is now a prop data. So we'll just call this is some sort of reference. And then source, you'll just have to trust me, bro. Let's see. Anything else? No, nothing else depends on this. This needs to do a prop name in App Manager. Okay, so when we're doing setup, we do need to load in from the App Manager. So we can't pull from the parent, but that's fine. Since I keep the two in sync anyways, it's just that one has, I guess it's a better place to pull data from, since, right, whenever we're pulling from the config file, we only have access to these values. And then when we, load it back in, we have to do something like this. Oh, and actually, this is going to break. I'm looking at it again, and this is definitely going to break, because this doesn't have the correct transform. So for prop name in App Manager, whatever keys, prop data is a new prop data key. We can add a reference to that, why not? Some sort of reference. So prop data, load from dictionary. Actually, no, this will have the proper values in it, right? Yeah. Load from dictionary. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. So this is the JSON util stuff. So we're good. Prop path. So these are all correct. And then this needs to be prop data dot prop name. Then we'll connect it to the event prop toggled. So this creates a prop, this creates a toggle, that's fine. If we go back to GUI, we can cross-reference with this function here on add custom prop. So this one's a lot grosser. This one's a lot grosser. The GUI stuff is a lot grosser. I need to get a new mouse. My left click is a little wonky, to say the least. If I don't completely mash it, because I think I have a soft touch, but I also am a little heavy-handed, if that makes sense. So when my hands rest, I tend to apply a little bit of pressure. But I also, whenever I'm very gentle with how I treat my mouse and keyboard. Oh, you know what? We also need to attach this script to it. There we go. That's something else I missed. Or actually, no. I don't need to do that, right? Wait a minute. Go back here. So if I'm calling, if I'm calling generate prop, I don't need to do that. Actually, I do. I should do this over. I should do this way over here. I should do this in create prop. What am I doing? So this is prop parent set scripts, and so base prop. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, hooray! Slightly simplified. It's still a bunch of garbage. Or this part is a lot of garbage. Create prop. Create prop. Call deferred prop data prop. And then these need to be prop data toggled on event. Yes. We don't need to broadcast this because this is really only to signal to this list element wherever it may be that a new toggle has been created. However, we're creating, in this instance, we're actually creating it straight on the list, so we don't need to signal. Oh, and then the final thing is that we need to do, hold on. We need to do parent props. I think it's prop data dot prop name. Or is it just prop name? Yeah, it might just be prop name. Prop name is equal to prop data, right? So that we're free and clear, more or less. And then this does not exist anymore. I've replaced this with just props. And then we don't need to have this part, since that's just updating the config, but remember that right here we're loading from the config. Yeah. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a go, as they say. Let's see. Add custom prop. These. And you know, I've been eating a lot of garlic recently. It's just absolutely destroying my insides. That might be a bit TMI. Alright, on prop toggled. So this is inside of a GUI. If Prop name, instanced props. So I think we want to do this instead. So I think we want to actually access props, which is that kind of singleton manager that we have. So we props, or not singleton, but it's the, you know, the thing. Props, prop name, prop. Right. So instead of pulling from the config file, and because the config file only has, it only has JSON data, whereas props will have the actual object data. And then I do my best to keep the two in sync. Yeah, so if props has prop name, and then this prop name should be equivalent to this. So on each toggle that we create, each toggle we create needs to have, oh, there's no prop name. There's no prop name. So in GUI, right, and because this is kind of a custom case, so prop toggle, oh, the name. How am I doing this? I think the name is still fine, right? So the name is set to the prop name, and then the toggle emits the events, where the events is just prop toggled. And it'll pass along the prop name and the button state, and then the error was coming from here. So on prop toggled, we get the final prop name, the button state, and then we need to check to see if the prop name, which is our final prop name, because the prop name is equivalent to this. Name is also the display name, by the way. And current prop data, load from dictionary. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Current prop data is equal to this, right? So now we have all the props that we need. Props to move is now equal to, let's simplify this. Current prop data, prop, there we go. So let's try it one more time. Add custom prop. Let's go into art inspo. Click. Oh baby, does it work? No. Okay, but look at that. It works, somewhat, kinda. Price drop on my saved home. Oh, sorry. Oh, they're getting desperate though. It's 2 price drops in the same week. Look at that. Hold on, I need to see this. Oh, they dropped it by like, what's the price drop? Hold on. Oh, a 10K? I thought it was only a 4K. Touch a 10K? It has been on the market for like half a year. Feels bad, man. So this, whatever this creates, which are these, rotate prop, move prop. So I need to set a breakpoint in GUI. Woo. And we'll set a breakpoint here. So let's see. I should be able to trigger this. Nope. Okay. So why is that not working? Am I not hooked up to the right thing? So signal broadcaster. Move. Okay, so we're not hooked up. Alright, you know what? I gotta use the restroom real quick though, so I'll be right back. BRB. hello, hello, I'm back. Alright, so these aren't getting hooked up. So I'm wondering why. And is it because I'm not... Am I not list? Oh, you know what? It's because of this. I need to... Let's see. Yeah, I need to hook up the events to the parents on events. So just copy and paste this part. We'll do. Just move element. Hit it with one of these. Look at that. Rotate element. Look at that. And then zoom element. Look at that. It's beautiful. You love to see it. Okay, so now I expect we'll get slightly better results, maybe, now that we're actually firing. So we do a broadcast up and then back down, pretty much to the same place, but it is roughly future-proofed, hopefully. Ah! Prop to move, get child. Invalid get index translate. Did I spell it wrong? Did you mean dot translate? Oh, I did mess it up. Okay. One of these. One more time. One more time. Alright, I'm learning a lot about how to do this, by the way. Unfortunately. So once I move on to the next list, this should go a lot smoother. Oh my god, it works. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. And then, okay, so you can still move it around, by the way, but that's fine. Once we go off of it, can we still move it? Yes. So we flip these on. Okay, then we move both at once. I don't know if that's expected or not, but we're gonna roll with it, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And then what happens if I add another one? And it does appear that this is a do. This might be a do while loop, maybe not. So a do while runs at least once, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It should have been Fisherman. Oh, actually, Fisherman 1 is just the name. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah. So we add a Fisherman 10. So we can move this. Look at that. So we have two of the same one. These should not be toggled at the same time, by the way. It's a bit weird. But we can move them independently. Alright, so I need to do this. So inside of list element, actually, before we do anything, let's actually like, that's a huge get, dude. Oh my god. He's finally made it work. Git commit. We're gonna implement or finish implementing. Finish propping. Finish implementing prop list, custom props. Well, just the prop list, I guess. So let's push that, because as always, this code is free and open source, available on GitHub. If you would like to peruse the code for your own amusement, I guess. So let's see. There's a few things I can do here. So one of these things, one of these toggle elements, I can set to, I guess, react to other toggle elements, if that makes sense. but I'm struggling to remember what I called it. I am struggling to remember what I called it. What is it called? What is it called? Let's see. Okay. I feel like it was inside of model XML. So move model. How did I do this? Right. So isn't it? I thought I implemented this before. So inside of here, no. Oh, it was here. Okay, in the pose view. Okay, so inside of a list element, and so let's see, mapped bones. That's its own thing, so like, we can ignore that. Bone toggled. Oh, okay. Bone toggled. Okay, where is bone toggled? Let me see. Bone toggled is... Alright, bone toggled. Match type. Alright. Bone toggled. Oh, that's the events, right. Okay. So we can do something similar here. Right, so there's bone toggled, and then we can just add a new thing to the signal broadcaster. So it just broadcasts out additional whatevers. So bone toggled. When does bone toggle get omitted though? Does bone toggle comes from model XM? No, it doesn't. Oh, it comes from here. Map bones. It's each list is kind of its own implementation, which makes it hard. Okay, so on bone toggled. So bone toggled goes over to the signal broadcaster. Bone toggle is here, and it gives you just a million values, which is fine. And then I'm thinking prop toggle element. We'll need to do something like well, we can just listen for prop toggled, right? So if we do this, so we'll do app manager, SB connect. We'll connect to our own signal, which is prop toggle. Look at that. Then it will be prop data toggle, right? And then on prop toggled, right? So inside of prop toggle element, we need to have a handler function called on prop toggled. And on prop toggled, there's a few handlers here as well. So on prop toggles is handled by 3 separate things, which is, I think that's why I'm happy I'm going with the kind of broadcaster concept. It's like a weird pub sub, I guess. On prop toggled. So it will accept prop name, some sort of string, and then is visible. Oh, hello, JK. How are you doing today? I am indeed a duck. And what I am working on today, by the way, I used to be working on a game, but I was working on a game over the weekend, and I do intend on going back to it, because I think the idea is really good. So I guess you can play it here if you want. So you can get a feel for how it is. It's not very good. Let me preface this by saying it's not very good. But I think the idea is very good. So I'm coming back to it eventually. Whenever I finish this VTuber rewrite. But you can play it online if you want. Your size didn't save. I can make you a bit chonkier. Do you want to be upside down? Look at that. It just works. Oh, and I need to click off. Yeah. But the game is, if you've ever played like a League of Legends, or it's like a mix of League of Legends and like an MMO. So like in MMOs, right? Like your Warcraft, World of Warcraft style. I've only really played Guild Wars 2, but it has the same concept of a skill rotation, right? So you try to keep maximum uptime on all your skills while also mixing in auto attacks. But then it also is mixed with League of Legends or Dota 2 or whatever MOBA of your choice, right? So you only have WQ, or yeah, Q, W, E, R, but you can switch between all your stuff. Game okay on mobile? No, it is not. It's not playable on mobile. You do need to have a keyboard because you need to be able to press 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Q, W, E, R. So I don't think that type of game will ever be playable on mobile. Actually, no, I think that game could work on mobile. It'll just be really clunky, right? Because then you would need to have like an upper set of buttons to switch between units, and like a lower set of buttons to fire off all the skills. And then you would also need to, you know, also move around and then aim. So that might be a bit tough. Well, yeah, it could work on mobile. I would need to make it work, but this is what I'm working on right now, which is, check this out. It's a UI rewrite, so the UI is entirely dynamically generated now, since I can guarantee, unlike in web design or web development, it's hard to, or I guess in regular game development, it's better to, I guess, manually place everything. But in my case, I was already dynamically generating a lot of lists. So, decided to just make it completely configurable via XML file. So it kind of resembles HTML. Let's see, this is the cool part. Or I guess it's the expected part. So it's not as cool, but it was difficult to implement. Which is, so you can do this. Boom. You can grab all these. And you no longer have to click on the apply button. Whereas in the old version, there was no kind of event hookup. Unfortunately. Game doesn't work on mobile. Yeah, I didn't think it would. No, because you need to press the keys 1, 2, 3, 4, and then also Q, W, E, R in rapid succession. And then also you need to have a left click and right click. I suppose I missed that part. So you do need to be able to left click and right click, which might be the more difficult part from mobile. Yeah, I mean that's the hard part about mobile development, is that I don't know how you would do, I guess, aiming, right? Like I can use a virtual joystick to facilitate movement, but I'm not sure how you would aim attacks after that. And that's a bug, by the way. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm working on this part. I closed out of it when I shouldn't have, but it's this part. So you see how all the toggles turn themselves off when another one is turned on. So I'm just working on a kind of dynamic way to make that work. Because I've done it once, and if I've done it once, then we can do it again, probably. I just need to remember what the element's called. It's a bone toggle. Did I call it bone toggle? What is it called? What did I call it? Elements. It is double toggle. Double toggle. So on bone toggled. So these are all kind of hard coded into the list element, but that's fine because the list element is already dynamically placed. We can only get so dynamic, I guess. So, let's see. If not is visible, then we'll just return, I think. Oh, not true, return. You know, if you mix around the letters in return, you can spell out true N, which I think is how I got confused. I was kind of just rolling that around in my head while I was typing. I was like, wait a minute. Return looks a lot like true. And I just spelled out true for whatever reason. If prop name does not equal... Wait. Hold on. P prop name. P prop name does not equal prop name. Then... Oh, then we need to do... That's tough. Toggle, disconnect, toggled, self, untoggled. Yeah, it's the same hack I have to do here, where untoggling yourself still fires the toggle signal. I wonder if that's intentional, or if there's a way around it. Right now, what we have to do is disconnect, toggle it off, and then reconnect it. So it's a bit jank. It's a bit jank, to be sure. But it'll work. It'll work. So here we'll do prop toggled, and then we'll listen to the signal broadcaster, which is kind of our roots signal manager, event manager, if you will. And then whenever we hear this event, we'll then call this function and see what all the hubbub is about. So, UI programming is tough, man. Because there's so many little things that can catch you up, slip you up. So, let's go into users, these nuts. Wait. Okay, so now we have two of them, so I didn't untoggle. I mean, it'll still work. Also, zoom is not. That's incorrect. It's using the previous values as well. I feel like... Oh, when you untoggle, it should turn off all, it should reset all of these, but also, for whatever reason, these aren't firing. So let's go into our prop toggle element, and we can check to see this. Boom. Oh? Oh. That's not right. Hold on. So we weren't able to... Hold on. Oh, I forgot to do it here too. Okay, so there's that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Is that I need to maintain both of these. No. All right, so this is just toggle, right? And now it should work. And then also I need to do on prop toggled. If is visible, then should move not how you spell move. Move prop is equal to false. Should move, should rotate prop is equal to false. And then should zoom prop is equal to false. Right? So if visible, then do all of this. Or no, if not is visible. If it's not visible, then do all of that. If it is visible, then do nothing, basically. And then if props has this, this is just a kind of null check, just in case it goes away for whatever reason. Always kind of hard to say. So let's go into custom props. And I'm not able to use my stored kind of search path because it's using the same config file, I think. It might be, I'm not sure. If it's not, then I'll need to look into that. Ugh, there's so many things I need to do. But I think the system is coming along really well, right? Considering that I've pretty much worked on this entirely on stream. Look at that. It works. Haha. Also my favorite manga. Actually, this is not my favorite manga, but it is a very good manga. 2 images from Blame. Very good. Anyways, it works. How neat. I think the rotation is kind of funky. Actually, how is the movement handled? Is movement handled? Movement should be... No, something's wrong with the movement, that's for sure. So if is left clicking. So if should move prop. Huh? Oh, it's this one. This is wrong. And then this should be prop to move, get child 0. So the rotation should be on the inner. Rotation should be on the child. Zooming should be on just the regular. Oh. Yeah, I got this completely backwards. I don't know how that happened. I'm looking at it again with a fresh mind and I can see it's wrong. Okay. So we can call that more or less done. Actually, the last thing we need to do... There's I forgot to do the main light. It doesn't exist. Okay. Because I have not implemented those yet. So inside of list element, we have a few things. Let me see. It's inside of features. .xml. Yeah, so these don't have events associated with them. So we can just call this the main light event, and then this is the environment event. Right, and then these also need to be bound to certain pieces of data as well. How did I do this for tracking? So tracking, we have data, and then the event is just the exact same thing. Okay. And then the main light stuff needs to be packed inside of a dictionary, I think. Otherwise, it's too hard to bind these together. Okay. Yeah. So data is equal to main light, and then this one, data is equal to environment. There we go. So let's implement these really quick. I say it's really quick, but it's probably going to take a little bit. So we'll call this just main light, I guess. Which will be some sort of dictionary, like so. no. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay, so this is a piece of data that has multiple pieces of data bound to it. Right. So we go into GUI, very bottom. Not the very bottom, close to the very bottom. So we have our result, our data bind. And so these are just toggle elements. So we can open up toggle element and see what we're doing there. Pretty much nothing really. Because we're not doing anything with the toggle data. So I wonder if it's worth it to have, I guess, add an additional constant and be like, this is a special one. This is a special type of toggle. So this is like toggle, like splat, right? Because here, this is the tough part. You know what? I could pack these all inside of a dictionary. I'm very strongly considering that now. I'm block coding right now for my robotics class. Oh, very nice, very nice. You're doing better than I was when I was doing that kind of robotics stuff. Are you doing like is it called first robotics or Lego Mindstorm? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea what I was doing when I was doing that kind of stuff. I think I was just a builder. I had no idea how to do the programming at that point in time. So you're already better than I was. Alright, I'm gonna have to refactor this part. So this will have to be basically like a splat kind of data. Yeah, it's like a splat data. So most data maps 1-to-1 unless, you know, noted otherwise. So pretty much a list element does not map 1-to-1, but that's fine. But I'm trying to keep toggles, most of the toggles, at least as clean as possible. It will probably be in the Vex 21-to-22 tipping point competition. I don't know what that is. Is that like real robotics? Or is that, or what is it? Not to say Lego Mindstorm isn't real robotics, but there's like robotics and then there's like real robotics, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, git commit. Can I send links? Yeah. Links are allowed in chat. I don't have Nightbot. Let's see, git commit, and then we'll do implement untoggling of prop elements. So we'll just push this. Look at that. Oh, a YouTube link. Alright. Please don't be porn. Okay. Turn off the audio. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's one of these. Yeah. I was still a builder, yeah. I was still a builder on one of these type of competitions where you had to do like tasks and stuff. Yeah, I'm familiar. We weren't in the same playing field though. It was separate playing fields. Yeah. I think we weren't working with rings when we were doing it though. I think we were just stacking blocks. That's cool though, yeah. Oh, it's almost like battle bots, right? Changes every year. Neat. That's cool. Meowdy. Hello, Aloe Zingy. How are you doing today? Was just looking at the robotics competition that JK boys will be competing in. Very smart lad. Smarter than me. Like I was saying before, like I also did those when I was in high school, but just had no idea how to do any programming at that point in time. So I was just one of the builders, and I was not very good at it. You know, I'm more of a measure twice, cut 10 times kind of guy. At least when working with other people's instructions. I think if I have built, like designed and built my own benches before, but that's because it worked well, right? They came out really well, but that's because I designed and built the things myself. Battle bots without the fighting. Did I already say that? I read it, I don't remember if I said it out loud. Apologies. Alright, so this is main lights. Some sort of dictionary. What we're doing right now, by the way, is I'm once again working on this thing. So I've implemented kind of the hardest part, which is adding custom props. So they all work. I'm pretty sure they serialize properly. Haven't really checked. But check it out. It works. It's robust. How neat. Let's see, documents. And then also, something that's not present in the current version is that you're able to move. You can have two of the same prop at once. Because that was a long, outstanding bug I just never got around to fixing. But now I fixed it in the new version. Look at that. And then we can do this. Kind of a weird rotate. Zoom and rotate at the same time. Anyways, goodbye. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to refactor these kind of data points because they don't really work in the context of a config file, unfortunately. So I need to think about this. So what I'm probably gonna do is just this. We'll make these just dictionaries, right? So we'll grab all of these. Actually, I can probably just do this, then take out this part. Oh, that's still incorrect. Yeah, but it's a quick refactor, but it's needed so I can bind the data in a more generic way. Let's see, boom, boom, boom. Then main light, shadows enabled. True, one of these. So let's just comment these out. And then similarly, this will just be world environment. Also a dictionary. So grab all of these. Color black. these are really long. You know what? These don't need to be really long anymore since I don't need to differentiate them from anything else. So, huzzah. He's done it. Slightly more efficient naming scheme. So now these will map more or less one-to-one, I think. So this is ambient light color, ambient light energy, and it's just 0.5. Then this is ambient light sky contribution. Let's see, this is a float. Get rid of all of these, and then we need to modify this part. So type dictionary, and then we need to type dictionary. So we need to make this slightly more generic as well, since we're trying to handle all types of stuff. So for I value. What the heck is this? Handle dictionaries of transforms. So so this is the property, basically. So I value is the property. So then we'll do, if it's a dictionary, then we can loop through it for key in for key in I value dot keys, by the way, because we've already done a type check up here. We can do actually, how am I saving these as? Oh, this is how I'm saving these as a dictionary. That's fine. We can do match type of I value dot key, and then if it's type transform. Oh no, this is gross. I value dot key is equal to whatever this is. Otherwise, if it's a type color. Actually, why am I doing this? Why am I setting this to that? Data points. I feel like this is somewhat incorrect. Or I value. Oh no, I value. That's fine. Yeah. That's actually fine because I value is just a copy of this property. So it doesn't matter. And I value key is equal to JSON util color to dictionary I value key. So I value key is the thing that's inside of the dictionary. So mapped bones, of course, will just have things to strings. This one, bone transforms, is one of the things that'll be handled, and that's just string to transform. This thing, though, this is slightly more complicated. So we have colors, we have floats, and we have booleans. So booleans and floats we don't need to transform. So we can just do pass. So I like to explicitly pass. So do an explicit do nothing. And so we can get rid of this. So I value data value, and then data point will have the data type as well. And then when we load it back in from JSON, then it should just all kind of work. That's the hope. Always kind of hard to say if it will before we start testing it. But I think that's good. That's good. So now, well, this won't work right now, right? But oh no. What happened? Base element. Set up. On model loaded. Which one are we loading? Oh no. Invalid set index pressed on base check button with value of type dictionary. Set value. What are these? Oh, these are the energy values. Wait. So this is the toggle element. Oh, okay. I need to think. I need to think. So these are a weird toggle element because their data bind does not, I guess, work as expected. So whenever we do set value, we call setup GUI nodes. What does this do? Call setup on them. And what does it set them up with? It sets them up with whatever the data bind is, I think, right? So setup, yeah, it just gets the current config if it exists in there. However, I've changed it. So these are now dictionaries. So I have a few choices here. So the first thing that came to mind is that I can do a type check here on set value. And so if it is a whatchamacallit? If it's a dictionary, then we want to store it somewhere else. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, though. If it's a dictionary, do something. But really, this value should be true or false because it's a toggle element, right? So you see here, base element set up. If it has a data bind, then we'll do some stuff on it. Maybe I don't want to store it on the data bind. Because it's not really bound to any data, right? That's the kind of problem here. It's not bound to any data. Alright, you know what? I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom again. BRB. Hello, I'm back. Anyways, so we left off here, so I'm trying to decide what do we want to do about the data bind. So there's a few areas where we can handle this. We can handle it here at the setup layer. We can handle it directly on the elements on set value, but we probably don't want to do that. And then we can handle it here at the kind of XML layer, which is a little bizarre, but you know, bear with me. We'll figure it out. What if I have another thing here that's like, it's like a splat. So we like a data main light type splat. Actually, the dictionary. Splat is not the correct terminology. Splat operators are more of like, it's the multiple dots to indicate that, yeah, I want this one parameter, and then the other ones I don't really care about. That's a splat operator. Or just like, or it's like, give me everything that's inside of this, you know, iterable container. Who win? You win. Yeah. Nice. Got him. How are you doing, that Spooky? How are you doing on this fine evening? Good man, you? I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Have an interview tomorrow with the big. I guess they're a big company. They call them. I guess they're more of a startup, but they're trying to build out their kind of banking side, and so they're hiring software development engineers and test. Looking for people who can do Python and Rust. Wish you luck. Yeah, it's the technical part, which is the biggest. It's the scariest part for me, because I am. I think my grasp on technical concepts is kind of shaky, to say the least. No, I'm, you know, the behavioral interview where they just kind of see like, oh, do you know how to talk to people? I've got that on lock. No problem. You know? And then usually like the final interview, not too bad either, because it's usually like you have to sit through some sort of panel and then fend off whatever they're talking about. Which I'm pretty good at. If only because it's actually one of the classes I took while I was in school, which is like it was like consulting. It's basically like cyber security consulting, which is kind of what it's basically like they brought in industry partners and then had them like grill us. So at the time I thought it was like a really BS class, but now that I'm in the workforce, I'm like, wow, that's actually like. That's exactly what we do, or that it's exactly what I needed. Unfortunately, but the next one is the technical part, which is hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's not too bad. All right, so we can have like a const data types, which is that type dictionary. And so we're going to define several kind of things. And I wish you luck. Happy face, mouth closed. Appreciated. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect, so I've just refreshed myself on my Python skills. I'm doing some reading up on Rust. Because I think I do have it listed on my resume that I am, you know, proficient at Rust, which is less than true. But of course, you never got anywhere without a little bit of a, you know, fudging fudge the resume a little bit. You know, you gotta fake it till you make it, unfortunately. I think I've talked to you about this before, but it's a scary world filled with people who don't actually know what they're talking about. Yeah, you have, yeah. But fortunately, I was able to get this out of the recruiter who did the behavioral interview, is that none of their current software SDETs, as they're called, software development engineers and tests, none of their current SDETs know any Rust. And so that's where I think I can kind of get them. Is because they don't know what they're talking about. Therefore, if I just talk and seem confident, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. It's a little scummy, but it is what it is. Oh, that's a sick emote. Squish duck. Let's see. I think this is how I want to do it, is that we'll just have multiple data. Oh, baby. Look at that. Monochrome duck. I forget, are you able to combine multiple kind of like emote edit types? So can you do like the sunglasses plus the duck? I forget. I haven't messed with that kind of stuff in a while. You can't? Oof. Feels bad, man. List types. Data types. So there's dictionary, and then there's other. You can only do one of the options. How sad. So app manager, log message, unhandled. Oh yeah, you can reverse the emote. Yeah, I remember that. Oh. Oh, I forgot maybe I should change the duck so that you can put sunglasses on it a lot easier. That might help. Yeah. He's pulling a Guy Fieri. He's wearing his sunglasses on the back of his head. Because he's always watching. Unhandled data type. You know, I saw on Reddit that Guy Fieri is he's helping out with the whatchamacallit, the fires in California. Like, he's not actually fighting the fires, but he's doing whatever he's doing. Oh. He's cooking for them? Yeah, I remember. Did he donate? No, it's starting to sound like a horror film. Did he donate? No, he's just cooking. He's bringing them to Flavortown. Yeah. I think Guy Fieri's been to, there's 2 restaurants around me that I think Guy Fieri's been to, maybe? Wait, no. Guy Fieri isn't Man vs. Food, right? Yeah, no, I think Guy Fieri's only been to a taco place that's near me. I think Man vs. Food, they've been to a burger place that's near me. And they have I guess it's a sandwich because it doesn't have burger buns, but it's called a coronary bypass. I've actually been there before. My parents got a coronary bypass to split, and it's the one they got like the regular coronary bypass. I think the one that they showed on Man vs. Food was the double coronary bypass. And it's 2 grilled cheese sandwiches with a hamburger with like just like a huge slab of hamburger meat in the middle with like just a bunch of other garbage. And let me tell you, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. There's like absolutely no way you can fit that in your mouth though. I had a bite of it and I was like, wow. It also tastes like they like soaked the grilled cheese sandwiches in butter. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I've had their just regular burgers and those are also very good. No, that's definitely like a once a month kind of thing though. At most. I realized what I said. I was like, wait a minute. That's like 2 times a year. The American delicacy. Very true. I'm trying to think. So the problem I'm running into here, and we can change this really quick. So no data, no data, and then we need to explicitly unhandle. Oh, okay, it's empty, so that's fine. Yeah, it is very good though. I would recommend trying it if you're in the area. Maybe not getting the coronary bypass, but like, I guess you can Google it. Let me see if it's actually Googleable. Man versus food. Food. Coronary. How do you spell coronary bypass? Yeah, you can find it if you Google it. Of course, I'm not gonna say it on stream. You know, if you want to dox where I live, you have to work a bit harder than that. And of course, if you're able to do that, I guess technically you do have all the information you need to be able to, you know, find out where I live and where I work. Considering that I do have my real name in my description. Because this is like a kind of like a living, breathing proof of work for me, right? Because I try to never miss a day of streaming, and also because I have never played a video game on stream, or I guess I've never dedicated a stream to playing video games. This is actually something that I can show to employers and be like, hey, check it out. Look at this. He is so good at programming. Is that a challenge? It's not really a challenge, but I mean, I can't stop you, I guess. What are you making today? So what I'm making today is this part right here. So I've already implemented custom props. I'm not sure if you were here today for this, but I added this part back in, and it's also no longer ultra buggy. Now it's only a little buggy. So we can have 2 props with the same name, which is neat. So we go into documents, art inspo. So you can have 2 things with the same name, and you can see that these automatically toggle themselves off and on, or on and off, whatever you want. Check that out. And a reminder that these are just, these are actually just PNGs. So how neat. And then I used to have a thing where you can track your head, but I'm not gonna implement that just yet. But yeah, so I'm getting very close to being done with this. All right, the hardest parts are these 2 views for sure, because the right side does not have its own data, I guess. Like doing this and like this screen, super easy. Tracking, very easy because there's nothing on the right just yet. This one though, this part, super easy. This part is a custom list that responds to player input, and then these fields like correspond exactly to these buttons. So there's a lot of kind of cross messaging that has to be, I don't know, data flow across an application is probably one of my weaker points, because I don't know, if your data flow isn't just, you know, start to finish, I start to get kind of confused. It's a bad habit, but I just don't really think like that. Sounds painful, but looks awesome. Thank you. Yeah, the UI, I'm going to redo it. It was also another reason why I'm rewriting the entire UI, is because now I can modify the styles all at once using this kind of theme tool here. So you can kind of see here that the theming stuff is already here. So previously the theming was done all completely manually per element, which made it really hard to refactor, but now all the themes are just in a central place. How neat. So it's easy to change the theme of the entire application now. And also, possible, maybe, to load in your own theme, but I'm not sure who would actually want to do that. Let's see. Now I'm just trying to implement these two buttons, which are the main light button, which controls the light intensity and light color, and then also the environment, which controls various render settings, I guess. So I'm trying to think of a good way of doing this. So I could do this, where we have like type dictionary or whatever. But I think the bigger thing is that the bigger thing is that I'm trying to do this so it's not hard-coded. But it's not as easy as it sounds. Not as easy as it sounds. So here, load prop information. I think this one, we can reuse this information. So this is prop receiver. So this kind of maps directly to this. So this will load prop information. So your prop data, what does it have? It has just a data field. Okay. I think I know what I can do. It's coming to me. And this is actually almost the same exact solution I used for the current implementation. So here we have data, main light, and then we'll add just something. We'll add a meta field. Set meta. And then it's kind of gross. It is honestly kind of gross, but it'll work. It's a very brute force. It's a very brute force solution, but I can't think of a better one without, I guess, writing a thing per field, right? So I can either hard code a solution for each of these, which might not be a horrible idea, or I can do this and just try to pass it off. I think I found you. All right, well, getting ready to time you out just in case you post my real address. Like, it's not hard to find me, right? I'm gonna talk to you on the stream though. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, based off of pretty much everything I've said and the fact that my real name is present, you know that I work as a consultant, and I'm, you know, possibly from the US. It's not too hard to find me. Took a few profile checks and a Google search. I think if you just Google search me, you should be able to find me pretty easily. Right? Let me see. It's easier than I thought. Well, yeah. It is very easy to find me. Alright, so we'll just set data, I guess. Right? And then we'll store a new prop data. Now there's like 80 plus Tim Ewan's on LinkedIn. Yeah, well. Okay, well, I'm not gonna make it easier, but there is an easier way to filter, but okay. You know, if you want to do the brute force way, not too hard. Yeah. I think I should mention that I no longer look anything like my profile picture since I now shave my head. I had to find your state to find you. How difficult. Toggle element. So base element, what do we have that it works? Oh baby. So am I a beautiful lad or what? There's only one right answer here. My finger is hovering over the ban button. Call me pretty. Alright, so var. Well, I don't know, var like metadata, I guess. It's not really meta or you're pretty. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your ban. Alright. So what is the company? No. Based off that, I can tell you I've not found it yet. Or have you found the company already? No, as in like what did they do? They're a big they're the biggest open source company in the world. Yeah. They do open source. Like I think I've been flamed on stream before for not knowing what or for doing my development on Linux. Yeah, I think I know what you. I think I know you. I think you have it. Yeah, but I've been flamed before for not using Linux to do my development, which is bizarre since I I work for a Linux company. But you can't get any more Linux than that. But this metadata needs to be. It's not prop data, or maybe it is prop data, huh? Yeah. What's wrong with Windows? Well, I think Windows does have a lot of issues, but I think the bigger thing about Linux is that Linux kind of attracts kind of like a lot of fanboys for it, right? It's like, oh, you're using, you know, $$ or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but like, I also like being able to play games and stuff with almost no hassle. I like having software compatibility. It's like, oh, but you can't customize it. But it's like, but I'm kind of past that point in my life where I want to customize everything. You know, and I do have several Linux boxes at home. And by at home, I'm already at home, but... Results. I don't know. I don't dislike Linux. I'm kind of ambivalent at the current point in time. I just find Windows way more convenient. Yeah, I think for the majority of use cases, for like normal people, Windows is way more convenient. If you're doing software development, and then depending on what kind of software you're writing, there can be a difference, right? Right, because there are certain types of software that deploy easier to Linux, or it's just easier to develop on Linux for, whereas Windows makes it as hard as possible for you to to change anything for some reason. So if you want to update your path, Windows, it's difficult to do it from the command line. Whereas Linux, you can just, change your bash RC or whatever. Easy. Windows, it's either a few button clicks or you have to use some very scary commands on the Windows prompt. And if you're deploying, I think a lot more software, server-side software just works out of the box on Linux. Whereas Windows, it's kind of like you have some compatibility issues. Like, for example, in Golang, a lot of CGO stuff only works on Linux and Mac because they rely on Unix functionality. Whereas Windows, it's just kind of like, you're using Windows. Good luck. If data bind. Oh, I shouldn't call this metadata, right? Because there is just like other metadata. We can just call this data. Let's call this data. Then we'll store result data is equal to prop data. That's not entirely true either. Hold on. Type prop. And then this needs to change. I'm still trying to figure out the kind of API I want to use. So prop, this is going to throw some errors now until I change it. Maybe not. So yeah. Anyways, that's a lot of words to say that I work for a big Linux company. Very familiar with it. Certified on a lot of kind of Apache tooling as well. Apache tooling, like Google tooling, so Kubernetes, all that good stuff. And despite that, I still pretty much only do paperwork, so hooray! Even though I think among people of my, I think the job level, right? I think I have the highest amount of certifications, combined with like a near 100% billable rate. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with that. Anyways, result data prop, and then we can handle this here. Set value. That's so dumb, right? I mean, that's why I'm trying to interview for other companies, because I have a lot of free time. I have a lot of free time, unfortunately. So if data. So we have a data and then just like data bind. So in this case, we're kind of handling data differently. Yeah. And then we can do var data equals data. Because we can assume that we're pulling from prop data, but I'm trying to avoid using too many more class names. Because Godot doesn't like it when you use custom class names. Especially when your project gets as big as this, which is unfortunate. So if not data, or so if data, yeah, that's bureaucracy for you though, right? Which is my specialty, is dealing with bureaucracy and pushing through it all, etc. Okay, so if data, then we can also grab the data bind. Hold hold on. There's a good way to structure this. So what I'm trying to do is, if the piece of software detects this, right? So we have a data bind, we have a type, and then we also have the event, which is the same name as the data for now, because it's just easier for me to think about. So if we are a prop, then what I'm doing is I'm setting this data to a new prop data object, and then setup just populates all the fields from the config manager. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to set up things if we have, I guess, something to store data inside of. Block coding sucks. It does. It does. Right? I think low code applications are bad. It's not really a good way to say it. It's just they're bad. They're bad. Not a huge fan of low code. Because there's a lot of things that I think at some point, once your application gets complex enough, which is pretty much once you're past hello world, once you want to do something actually useful with low code, low code actually turns into more code than regular code. Block coding a robot that can only look forward through a maze. I don't really know how you do it. Wouldn't you just have to do, you would have to constantly do like a left-right check? I love Hello World. Yes. And Hello World loves you. 世姐你好. Or I guess you would just say 世姐好. Hello World. Or it'd be Seikai, Konnichiwa. Yeah, check left, and if there's a wall, move right, etc. Right. Actually, if you're trying to navigate a maze, wouldn't you want to store your previous movement? So you can possibly move back, and so you can kind of very slowly map out the maze, right? So you would also want to store your previous moves and then know if you're backtracking or not, right? Is that possible to do in block coding? I know how you do it in like a regular application, but that's basically like a maze solving algorithm where you only have one node. I think in a regular maze solving algorithm, you would do it recursively. So you would spawn multiple recursive functions. Too hard for a grade. Fair enough. I think if you're just doing it for a class, then you don't have to get too fancy with it. If data if data and data bind, that's not how you spell data bind. And then we'll just do an elif if it's just data bind. So sometimes you have data and data bind, sometimes you just have a data bind. Otherwise, we'll do both. But of course, I am requiring that both of these be present, so data and data bind. So even if so the idea is if I take this out, then this will no longer run the setup function because it's no longer a valid thing to set up. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's go with it. Doing this for a class? Yeah, I figured. I thought you were doing it for like the competition. So if you're doing it for the competition, that would make more sense. It would make more sense to do the more complex maze solving algorithm. But if you're just doing it for a class, then just do what you can to get by. But actually, if you're trying to look ahead and get references for, applying to university or something, I think going above and beyond for certain tasks might help you in the future when you ask, because sometimes if you're applying for like a prestigious university, right, you need to get, teacher referrals or something. And so if you really impress them, then you'll be a shoo-in for them just giving you the the sign off, you know what I'm saying? So if data and data bind, and then if data gets data, and so this is basically just checking. So checking, or basically if is prop data. But yeah, no, I feel you. I had to do some Salesforce like low code kind of stuff before, and that was horrible. Actually, technically, what I'm doing right now for work is also low code. It's like or it's declarative programming, which is more or less low code. So data dot data, more or less. Data. Well, because data is prop data, dictionary. And then what are we trying to store on this? So, so the data is a prop data. So the prop name is going to be equal to, oh no, data dot prop name is equal to data bind, I think. What did I call it? I don't even know what I called it. This directional light is the main light. We can do a match on data bind, I guess. And then we can try to do kind of a blind find, I guess, if that makes sense. So we'll do match data bind. So there's two types of things that we need to build in searches for. All right, so this is no longer generic, but I'm kind of giving up. Environment. Because this is gonna take too long. Making this generic might take a little too long, unfortunately. Yeah, data prop name is data bind. And then the idea here is that whenever we click on I guess the appropriate thing. So I think we can still load this in and it'll just work, right? Invalid type cannot convert argument 1 from object to string. Doesn't get okay, it's not null. Will this work? Excuse me. Cannot convert argument 1 from object to string. At line 39. Huh? So our data is just a prop data. And then we can get data. Okay, hold on. Var. I don't know, let's just call this the check. And then data.get. Oh, it's because it's trying to get itself. Hold on. That's right. Data.get data. Yeah. Okay, that's where I messed up. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is whenever you click on this, you don't want that to break. Broadcast main light. So we do need to add this to the signal broadcaster so that it will, you know, create the appropriate thing. And then it also needs to store, you know, information that we need. So let's do that really quick. Hopefully that's really quick. So the features GUI, so there's props, blah blah, custom prop, add custom prop, and then we can do signal main light. Well, I think we can actually hook this up to just prop toggled, possibly. Yeah. Maybe? Prop toggled. So I think we can hook this up to prop toggled. Or actually, no, I think we should handle this separately because it is a built-in. So we'll do main light. Does nothing. Then func broadcast main light. Doesn't do anything, but then we just do an emit signal main light. So it's an anti-signal. Easy enough. Signal. We'll do, this is just environment. Func broadcast environment. Emit signal environment. There we go. And so these are automatically hooked up, so now we should no longer get errors whenever we click the button. Then now the problem is that whenever we click this button, okay, well, expected 0 arguments. So the toggle still sends, because we still need to send in the value, right? Which is going to be some sort of bool, you know, whether or not it's toggled on or off. So value and then value. So that's not too bad. So we can load it in again, see if it works. Boom, press it, nothing happens as expected. And then we can also check here in our signal broadcaster. Main light, just check to see if this is emitted or not. Look at that, phenomenal. And so now something needs to catch it and then also grab that data, I guess. Oh, you know what? Maybe we didn't need this data bind at all. Maybe we didn't need the data bind at all. So what does the toggle element broadcast? It broadcasts its name and the button states. Now the problem is that we still need to bind the data somehow whenever we adjust the values. So where do we handle that? So load prop information, so prop name. So we can do like a large switch here, or we can do like have a private function here. So there's like generates, so there's 3 paths that we can branch down. There's custom prop, and then main light environments. Okay. I think that might be fine. That might be fine. So prop name, if not, parent props has prop name. Okay. So let's do if prop name is main light. Event. That's tough. Hold on. Nope, not this one. This one. This one needs to change. So we go back to our GUI. I keep switching between which GUI file I'm looking at, or which GUI file in which column I'm looking at. So maybe if it's this, we don't even add prop data to it. We just kind of handle it explicitly inside of our list elements, and more specifically like the list element receiver, right? So we can do, maybe we don't do this, maybe we do result. That's tough. That's tough. I'm struggling to think of a good way of doing this. So for all of these, let me see. I feel like these should actually be prop toggle elements, I guess. Prop toggle elements, and then we'll also send in the prop name. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's probably fine. Yeah, so we can do this, which is switch this around. So if it's a toggle, but then if it's a special type of toggle, then we'll kind of intercept it, I guess. So if data has type, otherwise just assume it's a regular toggle element. And then here we can do result is equal to prop toggle element dot instance. It's a bit weird, but I think this will work. And then we'll just do results dot prop name is equal to data name. So now our kind of path has become super fractured. So you kinda hate to see that, but what can you do? So now we're creating prop toggle elements in two places. One, if it's explicitly listed as a prop toggle, or if it's just a regular toggle with a specific data type. Something doesn't seem right about that. Hold on. What are prop toggles? Can I just call it a prop toggle? You know what? I just do prop toggle. We could. You know what? We're doing it. We're doing it. And then we'll just handle it differently. Yeah, this makes more sense. Yeah. So we no longer like are super fractured, I guess. We no longer have elements that no longer gel together. So now we can take out this. No more of this thing. We might want this in the future, but I think this is what I'm gonna go with for now. So we have data type prop toggle has a data bind, and then inside of base element, I think we still need to handle the data that's bound to it. Maybe, or maybe not. Hold on. So, if we can just handle everything here, right? Because since it's a prop toggle, all we really need to listen for is the main, or is just the event, which is kind of what these are. Oh, but these don't have a toggle event. Okay, hold on. These have an explicit event that they send out. I guess we'll just have to handle it directly, huh? But that does simplify things a lot. So, prop toggle. Prop toggles, what do prop toggles have? Prop toggles they have on toggles and they emit the events. And then they also, presumably, will have this hooked up on prop toggle, which you can see here. So whenever these elements are created, they will listen for other toggles of the same type and toggle themselves off. I feel like I keep saying toggle over and over again. And I wonder if it might be worth it just to do this, right? Like to not even handle the events here. Like why am I not immediately setting the events after I create it? Oh, it's because I'm doing it like that. Probably not a great idea. Actually, since this is all automatically kind of sorted, right? That's fine. So on event and then on prop toggled, we'll just need to handle it somehow. You know what? We're making a decision. We're moving all the signal connection things. We're moving them to wherever they're actually created. I don't know why I didn't do this before. The double toggle. Results. Connect event to self. So pretty much all of these, it's toggle needs it, prop toggle needs it, input also, button needs it. Does input element need it? Input element. Does input element have an event? It does. Input element also needs a toggle, or it needs to connect to the events. Anything else, it doesn't make sense to do it like that, right? So this event can go away as well. And then prop toggle, I think this also makes sense to do here. So inside of GUI, we can just kind of directly set the result. Since I'm always using this constructor to generate all my UI elements, so this just makes more sense to connect everything in one place. And then here we can also get rid of this, since we're, you can see here we're still using this function, so boom. This is a prop toggle, right? Yeah, prop toggle. And we already did that. Yeah. Alright, so let's make sure that everything still works, by the way. I don't remember if everything still works or not. We did just make a lot of changes. A few errors, so that's good. Connect mapped bones. Okay, so we can also get rid of this. So that's a double toggle, but I think double toggle, maybe this one. Maybe this one makes a bit less sense to do here, but there's only one double toggle, and I think I might have to change the name of it anyways. But I think that'll work. So we can start this again. Yeah, this makes sense. So boom. These all work still. We can wiggle the duck. We can mess with all of these things. So we go to these. Load in something and hopefully it still works. Toggle. Oh, and we're still modifying the duck, by the way. Okay, so we have a few errors. Okay, so all of these need to be, yeah. Since I'm reusing this, yes. So I don't need to do these anymore. Oh baby, it's so much simpler. He's beginning to believe. Prop toggle elements. So these are already set to each other. So all prop toggle elements can only be toggled on once. And now the biggest thing is that list element. well, okay, list element, we'll go to list element, and then we'll look here. So prop toggled, SB connect prop toggled result load prop information, right? And so this is load prop information. So we have prop name. And then this is the difficult part. So we'll do if not parent props has prop name, and we'll do not prop name equals, what is it even going to be called? I think it's just going to be called main light. What is it called here? Main light, all uppercase. And not prop name is equal to environment. I believe that's what's going to be sent out. So toggle element sends out the event. Oh no. Wait, maybe. This is toggle element. We want prop toggle element. So prop toggled sends out the prop name. So what is the prop name set to here? Prop name is always set to the data name, and the data name comes directly from here, which is just mainline. Okay, so I think that should be fine. We don't need to worry about the display name. I'm just using the kind of direct field on the prop toggle element. Okay. So list element. So if it's none of these, so we can't do comments anymore. We'll do that. Otherwise, oh, we can do, let's do this, right? So we'll do var data is some sort of reference, right? And then we can hide this behind an if statement. So this will be if parent props has prop name, then we'll do this. Otherwise, this will be like a custom prop data, whatever. That's tough. That's tough, man. That's tough. What's a good way of doing this? Let's see. So let's keep this. Let's keep this part. Boom, boom. I think I can get rid of this. I think we do need to just completely branch at some point. And then we can also do this. We can redo all of this. So move this here, right? So if not any of these, right? So if the prop name is not in parent props, and the prop name is not main light, and the prop name is not environment, then we just return. This should never happen, but this is just kind of a courtesy null check, right? And then we clear the right side of everything. And then if it's not visible, then just return, right? Because then we're just not doing anything with it, which is good. Yield get tree. And then how do we do it from here? maybe we just want one long if statement here, right? If not, or we can do if parent props has this, then do a thing. Yeah, you know what? That makes a bit more sense. So we can move all of this down here. So grab this. So we always run get children queue free and then do all of this, blah, blah, blah. Then here, if parent props has whatever, do all of that. Move it up, right? And that's our first branch, right? And then L if prop name is equal to main light. Then L if prop name is equal to environment. I think that makes sense. So we kind of get rid of the initial null check, and then we just always kind of clear the screen no matter what, but that's fine. I don't really mind since I can almost guarantee the prop name. Not always, but if not, I guess we'll figure it out, right? And we can always do else app manager dot log message unhandled prop name, and then we'll just print it out. And also throw an error in the editor. How nice. Okay, so this is actually fairly close to how I used to have this implemented as well. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but we're doing it. So we can grab all of this stuff as well. This is more or less the correct data flow. So this is just going to be prop name. That's the main label. Call deferred, add child, and then we have main light. Main light actually has all of these things as well. So we can grab these. I think I do need to find a way to grab the main light. I'll need to think about that. You know, what if I do this, right? So this is our light container. And what if I just rename it to main light? Maybe I just rename it to main light. Call that good enough. And then all of these will just work. And then here I'll just have to generate pretty much every single element. Yeah. Like this is going to be pretty much entirely manual at this point, unfortunately. Because there's not really a better way of doing this, right? So our data at this point in time will be var data, which is going to be some sort of a dictionary, will equal, this is app manager, cm current model config, dot main light, same Z's. OMG, my BFF Jill. Oh, my character has disappeared. Wait, let me spawn in a new one. This is gonna be difficult. I'm not sure what exactly you're referring to, but the unfortunate part is that because I speak so many just you know, it's a constant stream of words coming straight from the brain. I have no idea what you're responding to. Oh, thank you for redeeming a hydrate, not spooky. Let's drink some water, everyone. Drink 200 ml. How delicious. I wasn't responding to anything. Were you? I just got back. Same. It happens. It happens. So let's see. I've figured out the, I guess, the kind of data flow that I want. It's not great, but it is functional. So everything is now just a prop toggle element, as seen here. So this is a prop toggle, and then also this list generates prop toggle elements. So that should be fine. And then since each prop toggle emits a signal, or each prop toggle will emit an event which calls this function. So this is the original logic. And then now I just need to kind of manually insert all the logic here, which is, it's not great. It's not great. I'll be the first one to tell you that, but it will work. So we can do var light color, some sort of base element is equal to, oh no, one of these. And then we need to do, this is the light color, spelled in the American fashion. Oh, but this isn't a toggle. This is just a... That's hard. That's hard. So I could make another element type, but I don't think I'm going to. Actually, for this one I do need to make another element type. That sucks. Alright. I think before this I'm gonna get another drink. I'll be back really fast. Not even gonna put on AFK. You know what? I am gonna put on AFK. BRB really quick. Hello, I'm back. Did you miss me? Okay. So we do need to create another element, unfortunately. So this one is going to be called Yo Tim. Yo, what up? It's ya boy. Back at it again with the programming. It seems weird calling you Tim. Well, either way, you're either calling me Yuin or Tim. Because guess what? It's a pun. So you're calling me by my name no matter what. Got him. Color element. So this is, yeah, this is the color selector element. What is it called? Color picker. No. What is it called? Is it a color picker? It is a color picker. Yo, what's up, ducky boy? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's not the worst thing I've ever been called. Not the worst thing I've ever been called. So this is the color picker element. I believe you can probably guess why it's called the color picker element. So we do need to attach a script to it. So color picker element, extend space elements. Wow. And then we'll go into, what would you say is the worst thing you've been called? Oh no. Probably like, I don't know. I've been called some pretty heinous stuff. I think like not the worst thing I've ever been called, but I've been called Chinaman before, which is just bizarre. I was like, wow, that's a very retro, like, racist thing to say. Do people still call like Asian people Chinamen? Oh, and it got blocked by it got blocked by Twitch. I don't know if I want to add that as a permitted term. Please don't call me a Chinaman. It is like somewhat racist. I didn't know that was even a thing. Yeah, it's a racist term for you guessed it, people from China. It's a bit weird, to be sure. Like that's something they called like Chinese people back in like the 40s. I figured it was a slur. Yeah, it's like there's a few things. I've been called slant eyes before. That's pretty weird as well. It's like yeah, it's like, oh, it's I don't know. It's just weird. You know, I think Lil Dick gamer word. That's one I've gotten a few times as well. Wow, that's just weirdly offensive. I've been called a lot of stuff. Because as a kind of a consequence of where I live, but you know, American Southeast is not the most racially diverse place, if you can believe that. You know, overall, could be worse. I don't know. I feel like I block out most of the really bad things I hear from my memory. America has so many racist Karens. I don't know if it's just even like Karens. I think a lot of the US has normalized racism. So, I mean, what can you do really? You know, I'm not out here to, I don't know. It's just something that you have to live with. But most of the things don't really bother me. They're just weird. It's like, I don't know. Like, why are you like this? That's kind of my response to a lot of it. It's like, we could have got along if you had just not said that, but now it's weird. Let's see. You need to grab a color picker. But yeah, I can't really think of the most racist thing I've ever been called. You know, I have been catcalled before. That's weird. It's very disconcerting, I shall say. Because I used to have really, really long hair, right? And so actually, like, even during school, I used to have pretty much like shoulder length hair. During the pandemic, my hair got like the middle of my back. That's how long it got. But anyways, I think I've been catcalled twice. So once when I was like just at university and we were walking around, some dude drives past in a, you know, convertible, is like, "Hey girl, something something," something, and I was like, are you talking to me? I'm the only one on the street. And then I've been, I couldn't tell if it was a gay dude or not, or I guess, yeah. That is the term. But they're like, yeah, hey girl, you want to dance? And I'm like, who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? And then he turned around and he was like, oh, sorry. And walked off. I was like, whoa. Catcalling is when you like unsolicited just like call out to, I guess, a girl or a guy. And be like, hey, you pretty cute. It's, ooh. That's weird. I had that with one of my friends. Yeah, it's I don't know. Catcalling makes me really uncomfortable, so I mean, I get it. Now that I've had it happen to me. Now, I think being propositioned by a dude who may or may not have thought I was a girl, I think that was actually pretty flattering. I was like, wow. This is it's a whole new world. I've never had anyone, or it's something that like very rarely happens to you as a guy, right? There's Ginger and some dude drove past and asked if they could sing an Ed Sheeran song. Well, that's just offensive. That's not really catcalling. I think catcalling is more like sexual, right? It has an inherent sexual undertone. So unless like your friend was Ginger and then they drove past and were like, hey, can you sing an Ed Sheeran song so that we can like get off to it, then I guess that would be catcalling. Yeah, it's like a drive-by pickup line, I guess, but it's not even funny. But yeah, no, what happened to your friend is still, you know, that's horrible. I think that's just offensive. Color picker connect. One of these. Yeah, sexy Ed Sheeran, exactly. Oh, but you know, talking about pickup lines, what is your favorite pickup line? I think I have one pickup line just ready to go pretty much any time. Because I know it's pretty it's pretty uncommon to be used, so that's why I just like it's not one I came up with myself, but I've never heard anyone else use it. So it's like, hey, I think you dropped something. It was your standards. Hey, I'm Tim. Anyways. I have a funny one you can't say ever in an actual one. I don't know. I have a few joke ones, but there's like hey girl, are you my what's it called? Hey girl, are you my appendix? Because I think I want to take you out. And that one just sucks, but I'm into it. Emit signal event. Event. Hey girl, he's like, hey, mind if I hold them for you? See, that one's just crass. That one's crass. Yeah, I feel like the really crass ones don't really work. It's a little much. I used to have a lot more back when I was more into the bar scene. But that was pretty much like exclusively my university years. It's a really messed up one too. All right, let me hear it. I've heard a lot of them. I've heard a lot of them before. Oh, I got another one. I just thought of this one. Hey girl, are you a are you a kidney stone? Cause I really want you to tear my dick out. Anyways. I think that was not bad. It's just actually it is pretty bad. It's really weird and it's bad. You are school because I love to fill you with kids and leave you. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, no, talking about pickup lines though, I think there are 2 times in my life, actually, well yeah, 2 times in my life where I've been hit on by like a female, a girl if you will. And I've been hit on by dudes twice in my life as well, which is, I suppose, somewhat disappointing, but also, I guess, also good. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I guess it is a good thing. It's flattering, to be sure. But if the number of times I've been hit on by each gender is the same, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I think it possibly means that I'm pretty androgynous for some reason. People can't tell what gender I am, so I got hit on equally. But anyways, being a dude, I don't usually get hit on, so like both times that I've been hit on by a girl, I was very confused and then just like walked away because I was like, this must be a prank, right? Am I being pranked right now? Am I on camera? Surprise! Got you. You thought somebody was actually interesting? Or so you thought someone was actually interested in you? What a loser. Okay, so these all need to be... Oh no. Programming is hot? Possibly. I mean, I'm actually more of a singer. So... I don't know how that's relevant, but I can sing, by the way. Okay, so signal, color, changed. Wait a minute. Hold on. Actually, I suppose I've been hit on 3 times in my life, now that I'm thinking about it. now that I've kind of mentioned singing, I just kind of had like a super flashback way back in my freshman year in university. You know, you would always keep your doors open, right? Because you're a freshman and you're trying to make friends. And sometimes I'd be just sitting there like, you know, plucking around on a guitar. Oh my god, I'm having a flashback. Oh my god, I missed it. Another one. Oh, that feels bad, man. Some girl would always come in and just like ask me to sing a song. I'd be like, alright, sure. Like I thought she had a boyfriend, but I found out later that they like she broke up with her boyfriend like at the like a month into university. So oh no. It hurts, man. It hurts. It's hard being so oblivious to the opposite sex, but what can you do? Am I right? Alright, so light color. So this needs to be signal. So these are all gonna be like pretty much like entirely hard-coded, but there's no way around it. Signal, light color. So some sort of value. Well, yeah, some sort of color. Funk, broadcast, light color. So some sort of... I don't know why I always call them values, but whatever. Emit signal. Light color. I feel like this is something I could probably insert into my config manager to make this a lot easier on myself. Probably. Oh, you know what? Base element does need to be changed. Anyways, those are my stories from my. That's all the stories I got from my college years. They're very sad. Would not recommend. Alright, data. There we go. Beautiful. So we can close this. Everything will still work more or less. We'll go to here. Color picker element. We need to grab color picker. Copy the path. Go to GUI. Add this as one of the preload things. So these are elements, const, color, picker, element, resource, and let's preload this. And so we'll need to be able to create one more of these, so we'll go into I guess it's going to be an XML constant, but it doesn't make any sense to put it there. Tag name, XML constants. I guess. Color picker. Color picker. Alright, and then we'll just add one for here. XML constants. Color picker. Result will equal color picker instance. Yeah. The way I see it is that once you can't really dwell on the things that you missed. You can only endeavor to be better at picking up signs in the future. But it is always very, very scary to do so. Hello, DeadSec. How are you doing tonight? Of course, I feel like I always pick up on signs that someone's hitting on me. Like the dudes make it very obvious when they're hitting on me because I'm like, wow, I'm uncomfortable. But whenever a girl's at me, I'm like, oh, there's no way. I'm in disbelief. There's no way that they would hit on me. As it turns out, yeah, maybe some of them do. I've never caught it though. I've never you know, I've been there, I suppose. I don't really know what the word I'm going for is. So I'm currently 0 for 3 for picking up whenever a girl is hitting on me. I'm 2 for 2 though on when dudes are hitting on me. If only because it's usually like really obvious. I wonder if that's how girls feel. It's not really a question I can answer myself, seeing as though I've never been a girl. Except maybe virtually. Could be an e-girl. Hi Tim. Hey Tim. Hi. Wanna bang? No, but for real though, one of the dudes that hit on me. So I told you about the other one, right? So like some dude was like, hey girl, you wanna dance? I'm like, I'm not a girl. Wanna do some late night coding? Winky face. Oh, you know it. We can explore algorithms. Maybe invert a binary tree, maybe. I don't know what that means. Maybe we can do some machine learning later on. Let me say hello to your world, oh baby. But yeah, no, like I've had a dude come up to me before. It was like, hey, have you ever had your D sucked? And I was like, whoa. I gotta go. Goodbye. Like, I'm no longer comfortably here. Yeah, so that's no. He actually started the conversation with like, are there any good places to eat around here? I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, you can go downtown. And he was like, hey. Yeah. Then he propositioned me, and I was like, whoa, I gotta go. I gotta go. But I am flattered. Ugh. So this is our color picker. And the problem with a lot of these values is that they don't automatically set themselves up. So I guess this does need a data bind. Let me see. So data. So this is the event that it emits. Maybe I need like a data and then sub data field. Yes, indeed. I concur. DeadSec. That does make a lot of sense. Let me see. I need some way for these to pull data properly. Maybe have it like a mapping, or maybe like a sub. Yeah, maybe like a data and then sub data, right? So yeah. Well, do I still have these fields up here? No. But we can have. Attribute names. So there's data, and then we can have sub data. Sub data. Oh, thank you for redeeming a hydrate, Nat Spooky. Let's drink some more water. I've been very slowly sipping on some gin as well. That's another 200 mil. Down to 600. Alright, so what's your opinion on this? I know that some people are grossed out by this, but I've been using the same water bottle for ever since I was in 7th grade, I think. So 7th grade would be... How old was I in 7th grade? I guess I would be around 11 or 12. No, I think I was, yeah. If you clean it, it's fine. Hey. If you clean it, it's fine. Yeah, there we go. Please don't copy other people's answers, Not Spooky. That would be very much appreciated. Alright, so we'll have sub data. So you have the regular data, so this... Oh no. Would it be weird? I don't know. Some people get weirded out by like this thing. I don't know. It just exists for too long. You've had it for too long. I don't know why. Some people don't like it. I don't know. Like, it's kind of gross or whatever. Like, the germs are baked into it. Well, I should also mention it's an Nalgene, so it's plastic. It is a heavy-duty plastic, but it is still plastic. So I guess some people do get weirded out by that. So subdata doesn't work here, by the way. So if it's main lights, we'll need to... I'm trying to decide what to do with this, right? So here, we're generating Yes. Cleaning it will remove bacteria. Who would get weirded out? All right, so do you? let's out Knock. If Knock ever pops into chat, you can ask him about his opinions on water bottles. Color picker. So this is color picker. Yeah, I thought it was like totally normal, but maybe not. Maybe not. So color picker emits this, we'll send it to here, and then GUI will need to catch it and then handle it. And then there's another thing. Maybe the GUI will just handle I mean, that's tough. That's tough, man. So we'll need to go back to the base element and then see how I want to do setup. Right? Because we don't really have a data bind. GUI. Yeah, I keep saying GUI, man. It's GUI. Not GUI. So there's no way to set it up. However, we could do... I guess we could do like initial values, right? Maybe, right? So we'll do VBox call deferred, add child, and then light color, right? And then at some point at the very end, we'll do like a yield, get tree, idle frame, right? And then we can start setting the initial values for these things. Yeah. BRB, getting water. Sure. Is it clear? Does it sting when you drink it as well? I'm onto you. I know you're kind. Light color dot. Ha. So this is color picker element. So we'll have a color picker. Color picker dot color is equal to app manager cm current model config dot main light dot I think it's just called light color. Yeah. I wonder if it's sensible to do like a pass in like a initial value field. I don't know. Config manager, what does this store them as though? It stores them as like regular fields. Okay, so that's fine. So we can pull it straight from there like that. Okay. So we'll do like set initial values. So we have light color. What other things do we have here in our list elements? We'll need to have energy. So we'll do energy, base elements, and then we'll grab just this thing again, right? Forgot which part. Where did I grab it from? Here. Boom. So this is, let me see, this is just gonna be input, right? Input. So input, yes. Input, and then this needs to be just energy. So this is energy. Energy. So that's a bit tough. Because I did want to be able, or make it possible for you to be able to add in multiple lights to the scene if you wanted. But you know what? Well, let's add a note here. So like to do, maybe make this more generic to allow for multiple lights. And then this one we'll just need to pull from energy dot. So this is an input element. This has. Oh, actually, we can just use set value. What am I doing? Oh, and actually, color picker doesn't have set value implemented. So we'll do func get value. We'll return color picker dot color, and then func set value. Can you quack? Quack, quack, quack. Or shuba, 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 shuba. Shuba, shuba. Is that good? Or did you want like quack, quack? Ah, flat. Color picker dot color is equal to value. One of those. Shuba, shuba. Are you not familiar with our the Avengers of the VTuber world, HoloLive? Are you not an enormous weeb like the rest of us? Get with the times, man. Everyone knows it's all about anime girls nowadays. Yeah, see, you're starting to get it. Concha, I don't know what that is, but seems very weeby. Manager CM, current model config. So this needs to be main lights dot energy. Hence his art. I guess, yeah. Technically, yeah. It's hard to argue with that. I think it is in the same way that pornography is technically like a film. I guess it is, but I think the purpose of it is a bit different. It's a bit different, to be sure. So, lights, indirect energy. Actually, we could probably go through. So we run through every single main light here and then generate a UI element based off of that. You know what? That might not be a bad idea. Oh no. He's starting to believe for whatever reason. Okay, you know what? I like this idea. Duck. Hello, Knock. How are you? All right, go bully Knock about his views on using old water bottles. Go. How are you doing, Knock? What? We took a poll, a very scientific poll, and we've decided that my water bottle from back when I was like 12 years old that I still use every day, it's not gross, it's not weird. How do you feel about this? See? See? I'm not crazy. We have the crazy among us. Also, please don't, Thank you, thank you. Please do not actually bully Knock. Unless he actually asks for it. Then I guess, if it's consensual bullying, then I guess it's fine. If you clean it, it's fine. CM current model config dot main light dot keys. Yeah. Stop talking about it. Okay, we can stop talking about it. I was just saying, you know, if Nox shows up, you can bring it up with it. Let me see. We'll do var elem base element. I only use reusable water bottles once. Whoa. Just absolute madman. Parent generate element parents. Oh no, actually we can't do this. Because we need to have a constant. So based off of whatever the value is, so we can do var elem type, which will be equal to You like regular people? You know, like regular people? Perhaps. I mean, you are a programmer, so how normal can you be? Got him. Anyways, we'll match on... This is true. I speak nothing but the truth. To do so otherwise would invite the wrath of the internet police. Everyone knows you're not allowed to lie on the internet. Var this is built-in type, and then we'll have XML type. Thank you for redeeming a hydrate. Bro, we got the whole coding squad here today. Oh baby. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Started at the whole game, now we're here. Let's drink some more water. Oh no, I've almost drank another liter of water. That's tough, man. Down to, actually I drank a little bit too much there. We're down to 300. I apologize. Alright, so XML type, which is, it's gonna be some sort of string, right? Then we'll match built-in type with, there's only a few types that we can possibly have. So there's type double float and type real. So if it's type real, then the XML type will be parents.xml. Wait, yeah, XML constants. Cody's got us the wrong term. I'm butt at coding. That's fair. That's fair. Input. Is that what I called it? Sorry for the cursing. I try not to curse on stream, because you know this is a, because I only work on programming on stream for the most part. This is actually something I could show to future employers and be like, this is an example of my programming process, somewhat. Does everyone here code? Please raise your hand if you code. Everyone who raises their hand will be banned. Got him. Goodbye, Knock. It was nice knowing you. Alright. Not Spooky can stay though, since they have an anime name. You don't have hands? This is also true. So therefore I cannot be banned. Checkmate. What if I want to be banned? No, it's the anime name. It's too powerful. It's too powerful. XML constants. Bias. Yes, this is true. I make no effort to hide my bias. Anime is the future, as they say. I don't know who's saying it, but I'm going to say that they're saying it. Parent XML constants. And this is like toggle. Add a default at manager. Log message. Unhandled. Unhandled type, I guess. And then this will be built-in type will be an integer, so we'll just do built-in. Did I spell built-in wrong? Built-in type. There we go. And then this is there. So we only have 3 things that are possible for these whatevers. Well, I guess we can also have type string. I don't know. Type string will also have to be an XML type. Parent XML constants. Input, I suppose. Type string. What am I doing for the head bone? I've completely forgotten. How am I doing input validation? I don't remember how I was doing that. So input data type. Oh, so XML constants. So some of these will have data types. So if I go over to, if I open up tracking.xml, we have type floats, float, string. Okay, that's fine. And then we can, yeah, so we can do, there's XML type, and then we can have var data type, which is also going to be a string. So if we have data type, or if it is a type real, then we can set our data type to be just hard-coded to float. I think I'm going to want to break this out, because I also need to repeat this for environments. Oh no. Well, let's get this working first, and then we can start making it fancy. So, bool doesn't need anything fancy. It's only for our input elements that we need to specify a data type. And this is, by the way, a for loop. So we loop through every single key that's inside of config manager. And then we'll do light color. No, we can just... Let me see. Var element, which is some sort of base element, is equal to parent generates UI elements. And then we can pass in our XML type. And then also pass in a dictionary. So this, okay, so it'll be, the name will be the key, right? And then the events will also just be the key. I think that's okay, right? So we generate the UI elements, and then what happens afterwards? Oh, I can also pass in where is it? input. XML constants. What is type, by the way? I forgot. Type. So is type just type? I think it might be. Yeah, it is just type. So if it has type, then we'll do it. Data type, empty string, and then it really only matters since we're creating either an input, a toggle, and the toggle doesn't take a type, so that's fine. So we can pass it in every single time. So type is equal to data type. Right? Yeah. Yeah. And anyways, I believe most of these, whenever they use data type, they're also more or less null safe. So that's fine. So that's our element. And then we'll do vbox call deferred add child. Then we'll add this element to it. So let's see. I think that's fine. And then we'll have to do a yield get tree idle frame, so we can take this part out. The problem is that we then need to do a second match on the key to be able to set the, I guess, the default values properly, which is going to be tough. Or no, we can just do this. I can wrap this at least in a private function so it's not as gross. But it's still gonna be a match, right? So it's gonna be like match key. So the key is going to be the key is pretty much just these names, light color. So match key. So if the key is light color, then lm dot set value, whatever this is. So this is gross. This is gross. But it also saves me a bit of time on typing though. So you win some, you lose some. lm set value. Light. Or I wonder. Oh, actually, hold on. He's thinking about it. I think this will work. If we do lm set value, right? App manager, cm current model config, and then we know that it's main light, and then we just access the array like this. Oh baby, how am I so smart? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, and actually, we should be doing lm ready. But look at that. That's actually pretty smart, I think. So we can take out all of these. And now we're left with just this really like unseemly block of code, but there's not too much you can really do about that, unfortunately. Although, I think we should be able to break, I think it is, we are able to break this out into its own function as well, right? So we can do some sort of private function. It's like generates built-in props, right? And then we'll need the, I guess, the name. So this is the built-in name, some sort of string. And we'll do all of this, right? So this is our built-in name. And then we can always assume that the built-in name will be, you know, valid. So we'll do get whatever this is, built-in, well, get built-in name dot keys, oh baby. And then for this one, we'll do get whatever it is. Look at that. I think that'll work, right? Oh, and this part too. Get. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we can replace this. Yeah, we can replace basically both. We can replace a lot of these functions with private functions, because a lot of the logic is kind of the same. And then, of course, when we call it here, since there is like a yield, we'll need to do yield generate built-in props. That's not how you do it. Main light. Then wait for the completed signal. Something like that. So I think this will just work, but we'll wait on it. Once again, my mouse is failing me. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then this one will also work just like that, except we'll pass in. Oh, but then we can make this even more efficient. Oh, baby. You love to see it. World environment. So, I think a big part of this is that these elements are all the same, so we can also break this out. So func generates prop manipulation elements, built-in prop elements. So it doesn't matter how long the function name is, as long as it's descriptive. This one we'll need to have is basically just the prop name, right? Prop name string. And then we'll grab all of these. Right? Copy and paste. Mess with the formatting a little bit. This needs to be prop name, and then that's pretty much it, right? So we can do grab all of these. Goodbye. And then this is data.prop name, right? Then all of these can also go goodbye. Pass in just the prop name like that. And look at that. It is beautiful. How does he do it? And then hopefully this will also just work. So this is prop name. Yeah, I think that'll work, right? Hopefully. Maybe it'll just work. Hard to say. I never really know. But let's give it a try. Please work. Okay, so some errors. Node not found. Light container. Relative to root main screen. So, node get node not found. Main light. Where is this used here? This is not used anywhere, so we can just change this. Main light. So this is main light. So that's fine. Good to know that I do have access to the main light via that. So we can go into features. Main light. Invalid type in function broadcast main light via call. Cannot convert argument 2 from array to bool. So event value. Wait, what? So this is main light. So where am I generating these, by the way? These are prop datas. So the prop data stuff should take care of itself, because I'm not actually handling that manually anymore. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm not handling these. Yeah. So it's just events on events, and then prop toggle, return on prop toggle, so we can look at the prop toggle elements, and then it will emit. Oh, is it the signal broadcaster? Did I mess that up? No? Does main light need to have an explicit signal attached to it? Is that where I messed up? So broadcast main light cannot convert argument 2 from array to bool. Broadcast main light. Where is broadcast main light? Broadcast main light. So this needs to be roughly the same as broadcast prop toggle. So this needs to be an array, but then we'll pass in just the second part. So main light will then need to be caught by something. We'll figure it out. And then similarly, environment will need to be caught. Let's add a note. Uses the same signal functionality as does it use the same signal functionality as prop toggled? I think it does. Yeah. As prop toggled. Yeah. And then I think I should be able to click on those now, and then it'll just kind of work. So boom. Well, just kind of work as in it doesn't break. So now we need to intercept it in our GUI. So let's go up here. Just our long list of connections. So add custom prop. And then of course before that there is app manager, SB connect. So we need to handle it somehow. So main light self. This actually doesn't really need to be handled by the GUI, but I think I'm going to do that for now. I think this is more like a main screen kind of thing. But that's fine. We can leave the GUI as being the kind of the central brain that controls everything. On environment. Right. And so now we need to implement these functions all the way down here. So on main light, which gives us a value, should be just like a bool, I think. Yeah. So, actually, this is roughly the same thing as prop toggled. Yeah, it is pretty much the same thing as prop toggled, except it doesn't have this part. So, that's tough. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It is visible. And then, similarly on, and these are the only two kind of built-in props that will always be present in any scene, because it doesn't make sense for there not to be them. But I think I do need to make a note, so almost the same logic as prop toggle, like that. So we'll grab this, and we'll just duplicate. That's fine, because it's the same stuff, right? But we don't want to do the second part, which is if props has prop name, since these will not be present. They will not be present 100%. Instead, we'll just have random things pop up on screen. So let's try it out. Hopefully it'll work. You can actually kind of see the entire UI build itself out. Okay, so these don't work. Oh. You can see the entire UI build itself out, which is nice. Emit signal. Error calling method from signal environment. Canvas layer on environment. Oh, did I spell it wrong? On environment. So we go into our GUI. Oh, I did spell it wrong. Which I don't think that really makes a huge difference, but yeah, now we just don't have an error. Oh, and these also need to be hooked up. These need to be hooked up to the custom prop kind of thing. Or these need to be hooked up to the prop toggle thing. So that's tough. Let's see. On prop toggle. So these actually should be hooked up, right? Because I set these as prop toggles. So prop toggle on result, prop toggle. Then on event, sure. And then they broadcast out like kind of a special event. Interesting. Interesting. So let's send it one more time. So we send it. Look at that. And then on prop toggle, we can. Interesting. So these aren't hooked up. So why aren't these hooked up? These are prop toggle elements. I can guarantee. Don't want to say I can guarantee that right now, but we go to features, left container, VBox, built-in props. That's some sort of panel container. This is the main light. Yeah, this is a prop toggle. So these aren't getting set up properly. So I'm not generating these automatically, am I? Oh, anyways, I'm super over time. So I think I'm gonna call it here, since I do need to wake up tomorrow. Since I do have an interview bright and early at 10 a.m., which isn't actually that early, but yeah, it's the technical part, which is the scariest part for me. But yeah, let me push everything first. So git add all. You'll do fine. Yeah, hopefully. You know, I was telling Not Spooky earlier that I did get some information out of it, that their current SDET, software development engineers in test, they don't actually know Rust right now, so hopefully I can get one over on them. I'll do fine. Remember to just reach for the hash map. I don't know what that means, but I'll give it my best shot. When in doubt, use a hash map. Start work on hooking up built-in props. So I'll push this. Anyways. Thank you for tuning in. As always, you can find this code available on my GitHub, which is in my description below. Free and open source, available as a name, OpenCPaceGD. If you haven't already, give me a follow. Always helps. I think it's good for my analytics, but I'm not sure. And join the Discord, etc., etc. All right. And I will see you next time. Goodbye. See you later, Knock. Oh no. Goodbye, Not Spooky. I can't find my window. Hold on. Alright, now we're actually going goodbye. Goodbye.